Yesterday I was going out and I did what I thought was really, really cute eye look, and I thought that maybe I would just film a quick video on how I did it. So to start out with, I have this nice little sample from the Balm. It's the Balm Voyage, and it's kind of a yellow toned neutral color, and I use that for the base. I put it all over under my brow into the little, what is that called? Tear duct. All the way down into the tear duct. It's quite shiny. Thought it'd be a little good tear duct highlight and use it as a little bit of a base color. I am using the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. I'm going to use the color Bay right here. I'm doing this in order to get kind of a yellow base, even though the ultimate color that I would like to use is more of a pink. But I figure the yellow and the pink, they set each other off pretty well, and it makes the whole thing pretty bright. Being as fair as I am, it's often hard to have a good bright color that isn't just way too much. Alright, now I'm going to go in with Flamingo. And whenever I say a bright color that's not way too much, I mean like whenever you see those girls with their nearly white looking inner section to their eyelid and up by the brow, it's really, really nice and almost white and bright. And for me, I can use those same colors that everybody else is using, and it just disappears. You do not see it on me. I also have a slightly darker foundation on today than I usually do. So these colors, the lighter of the colors will pop more than usual. The brush that I'm using now is the MAC 221. I like this because it's a smaller crease brush, but it's still pretty fluffy. My eyes are slightly hooded, so I'm going to go up higher than normal, closer to my brow than most people would, because otherwise, whenever I open my eyes, you're not going to see anything. But if you had more room in between your eyelid and your brow, you definitely wouldn't. I don't feel like you'd want to be going that close to your brow. And into the crease on this one. And I also hit the outer corner with this Flamingo also. So yeah, I like it that because I don't have a lot of space on my eyelid, this brush allows me to still put the product exactly where I'd like, and it's not creating really heavy lines. Sometimes I have that problem. I'm not really awesome at making sure that I always blend out my colors, but you know, we try. Alright. I'm going to use my MAC 228 and tap it off, go the whole way under my eye. And now I have a lot of Flamingo pink. Check it out. That is so pink. For me. Now I'm trying to hit my outer corner with Maneater. Just to get a little bit more pop right there in that corner. But I don't prefer the look whenever they go like to the halfway line. I'd rather it just be the outer third at the most. So I'm gonna go back in and re-hit that center area. What's this? I keep going on better. This eye is just, it's killing it. And my right eye is just being quite grumpy. And I'm going to use Moon Dust because I don't want it quite so yellow. I want it a little bit more colorful, and hit that on the center of my lid. Now I'm going to use my little Stila Stay All Day waterproof eyeliner. I accidentally got a little baby one on order instead of a big one. I'm going to stamp that on. And I'm intending to do a pretty relatively thin line. And for whenever I want to do a thin line, instead of drawing, I usually stamp it. That way I don't get the drag of the skin as much. Oh my gosh, I just totally got a big chunk right in the middle of my eyelid. Alright, and which color I used there? I used Moon Dust right there. So maybe I can try to get some of the pink off of my small brush and hit unsuccessfully. Ah, no, that worked. Okay, great. And while I'm at it, since I have this, I'm gonna hit some more of that Bon Voyage into the corner to make it more bright, to lift that out because they're super deep on me. This is the eye look, and let me put on my brows and some mascara, and I need to bring this side up a little bit higher. Good thing I kept checking, right? These sort of things become so much more obvious on camera than they are in real life. So very often, like if I'm doing my makeup in the car, or you know, just doing it for no big deal and obviously not filming it, I'll take a selfie whenever I think I'm finished, and it'll show me, because cameras seem to be more critical than our eye is. I will take a selfie and then I can see, are my brows straight, are my lips straight, and then I'll text it to my friend and say, hey look, I did something different. Aren't you happy for me? I know you really don't care, but it's really nice to have friends that you can just kind of share those little things. You know they don't really care, but they're happy for you and you're happy for them whenever you do things that make you happy. Does that little rant make sense? I really hope it does. I kind of feel like Mr. Rogers right now telling a weird story about, no, it was Bob Ross with the happy little whatever, but it's still Mr. Rogers type of story. Yeah, Bob Ross. Happy little tree, happy little cloud. Okay, this right brow is maybe being not a jerk, but this left brow is definitely being a jerk today. Can we just be friends? Oh, and so this is my Anastasia Dip Brow in the color taupe and my MAC 208 brush. I feel like this is kind of the holy grail combination, but I also kind of need a new pot of dip brow. Alright, so to resolve this dilemma, instead of full on doing a carve out situation where I would have done my brows first, post, then I'm just going to take my light color brow highlight and shove it into my brow and call it a day. And grab my roller lash from Benefit because it is my very most favorite eyeshadow and I wear it pretty much every single day unless I'm going to go swimming. So I give it a little wiggle wiggle on the way up whenever I want it to give me a thicker layer of mascara on my lashes. And this roller lash, I've never ever curled my lashes whenever I put this on. I don't know if you can see in the mirror how curled they are versus this side, and I know my natural lashes are really, really hard to tell. But yeah, this stuff just curls the heck out of my lashes, and even though I gotta go over them 1,000 times, just go over them a whole bunch at once. Don't try to go back in once it dries, because then it'll be all clumpy and funky. So a little bit of cleanup on this side. The mascara off my face where it landed. And you know, for that reason, that's one reason why I can't like pretty much ever wear a mascara without eyeliner, because I always get it on my skin, and if I put eyeliner on, it just catches that and then you don't really see it. But on the side over here, I've made a little bit of a mess. If it were up on my eyelid, then actually is a little bit, just a little bit up in the pink. So once it dries out a little bit, then I'll show you what you can do. So on the areas where I don't have eyeshadow, I'm taking a clean spoolie, or basically clean spoolie even, and I'm just kind of like pushing it, and it picks up the mascara. With this mascara, not all mascaras does it work for, but most. And then where I have my eyeshadow, I don't want to like push off my eyeshadow, so I'm going to use the 228, and I'm going to do the same and push it. And this 228 is stiff enough that it picks it up off my shadow without pushing the shadow away. If I was to use a spoolie, I would lose my shadow in that area and have to reapply. So just use the littler brush and push it off of the shadow, and it doesn't. If I really, really cared, then I could throw a little bit of shadow on there, but it's not that bad. So, and oh, I guess I'm kicking it like horizontally so that the bristles have the most resistance. If I went like I'm going this way, because if I went this way, they would move more on their own and they wouldn't do as well at pushing the actual mascara off of my face. And down here, instead of getting shadow on my cheek or around my eye, then I'm just going to go back to that spoolie. Alright, so this is the look. In my opinion, I think that it looks pretty good. I had fun with it yesterday and it held strong. I didn't feel like anybody was staring, but I was still happy because I got to do a nice bright color on my eyes. I really do like the trend of the pinks and reds on the eyes. I think that as long as it's done even somewhat well, it's very flattering for a lot of people. Whenever my whole life I was told that you never should put pinks or reds around your eyes. And whenever I was about 19 years old, I started playing with makeup in the salon where I was working, and I learned that I love it. But I always felt like a weirdo for doing it. So now I get to actually do it once in a while, and it makes me really happy whenever I can. Hopefully you find happiness in any colors that are fun for you, and you know, makeup is such a fun thing to play with. It's some way that as adults we can go back and be children in color and whatever brings us happiness, right? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something or whatever. Just come back, watch again. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and make sure that you hit the notifications bell whenever you subscribe so that you know whenever I come out with a new video. All right, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.